Morning guys, just heading up to the driving range. I'm off to Spain this week with Mark and Lockey and another guy from the Your Golf Travel office. But before I wanted to do that, I noticed recently there's a bit of a chill in the air, so I started thinking about winter golf holiday destinations. These might include the likes of Portugal and Spain, but also the likes of Italy, which I'm sure some of you might not have considered as a golf holiday destination in the past, but I recently went there to film with Mark and Lockey. We flew into Turin and out of Milan, so I'm really talking about the north half of Italy. Now, Your Golf Travel are really trying to push Italy as a golf holiday destination this year, and as such I've been to Italy I think 6 times in the last couple of months, so I'm going to talk to you a little bit about what makes it different from the classic golf holiday destinations like Portugal, the Algarve, the Costa del Sol in Spain, where we're heading next week. And as you can see behind me, I'm going to do it all while doing a bit of sneaky practice for our upcoming vlogs. Now first up you got the food. Now I haven't got the biggest appetite in the world, I eat my fair share, but in Italy the standard of the food is just through the roof, and I was just ploughing it down the entire time I've been there on every single trip. That's a plane going overhead. And that's not to say that you can't get good food in Portugal and Spain and other parts of Europe, but Italy's world renowned for its food, and no matter which region I've been in, there's been just unbelievable food. As I said, you'll find quality restaurants at resorts, easy access to some cities. We'll talk about more about those later in the video. Yeah, so if you're a foodie, Italy is the one. Right, long game done. Time for a bit of chipping practice, because we all know I love a few fins and duffs, toe shanks, flop shot shanks, the lot. I've got it all, you know. So as I said, on my most recent trip to Italy with Mark Crossfield and Coach Lockey, we flew into Turin. We were put up very kindly by the Turin Palace Hotel, which is right in the heart of the city. Awesome hotel. It says it's a 4-star on the internet, but I'm not quite sure how, because it's one of the nicest hotels I've stayed in recent months and years. They've got a great valet parking service for a small surcharge, which, to be honest with you, if anyone who lives in and around a city or drives in a city and trying to find parking, it's an absolute blessing, especially Italian cities, because they're fairly stressful to drive in sometimes. And from the Turin Palace Hotel we struck out towards golf courses like Royal Park I Roveri, which is where we filmed with Edoardo Molinari. That was a huge amount of fun.
You can get a low cut round there, Ray.
I would hit a 9 iron.
Oh yeah, you'd go that way.
Yeah. And land it over the lake on the right if you can.
I see you going in a ditch that way though, bro. Get that 5 iron out.
Yeah.
No, but I'm not going to make... Well,
I reckon you'll fin that.
Well, then you have, if you pull out the shot, then you have like a 60-yard pitch shot from the fairway.
Talking in reality.
Yeah.
This is Ray. He doesn't deal in reality. Like everything you're saying is
low's life.
Yeah, hold my
just gonna end up in the water. 9, 8. What do you got? 8, 9.
I've got 9.
9. As hard as you can over the trees.
I don't do anything quite as hard as I can, bro.
Here we go.
Here we go. Oh, we clipped.
Get over.
Oh,
It's still going.
Yeah, still going.
Yeah, sorry.
You saw it?
Yeah. It's fine, it's fine.
That second bang was so delayed, wasn't it? Oh, you are completely stymied, bruh.
Yeah.
Which side are you going?
Left.
Yeah.
Basically aiming for Eduardo's ball at best.
Yeah, left side of the green. This is your second shot in theory.
I heard it just before I started the downswing.
You're aiming at the tree. You had it right at the tree.
It's a good shot then. Come over here, mate.
Come on, let's go and get it. Doink. There it is. There it is.
God, this is a quality scoop, Matt. Look at that. Look at the reach on that.
What dreams are made of, isn't
Look at
it?
the reach he's coming, though. He's not pushing me in.
He's trying to help you.
He's so pushing me in, isn't it? I was bullied and Look, Ray.
There you go.
You need this in your life. You should have one of these out there. Should we keep this?
Shall I sign that and get it?
Come on, man. Let's go.
But we also had an 18-hole vlog there the first day we arrived. It's a brilliant venue. It's one of the most reputable clubs in Italy. It's got 2 championship courses. The Robert Trent Jones is the one you'll have seen on Mark's channel. Improvements in strike, still some getting a little bit away from me. Don't know what that was. Another course that we played while we were staying in the Turin Palace Hotel was Biella, which was about a 45-minute drive, if I remember correctly, from the centre of Turin. Beautiful course up in the mountains, pretty tight. And if you can, you're going to have to work the ball both ways if you want to score really well. But it's friendly enough as well. The trees aren't ridiculously dense, so if you go offline, you're going to find your fair share of golf balls and be able to play it. And it's very, very different from Royal Park i Riveri, which is much grander and bigger. So if you were going to combine those 2 venues, you'd have a nice bit of variety on an Italian golf holiday. I also invented a new type of golf shot there.
So Rory playing his 5th?
Yeah, this could be coming at you quick.
Okay, with a shot, so net 4. I know what that is.
Right, collected up all my short game balls. They are range balls, so I'm going to go and spank them out onto the range because I'm not allowed to leave them on the tripping green. Another thing Italy's got going for it is scenery. Now again, that's not to say other places don't have incredible scenery as well, but literally every trip I've been on to Italy, the drives from venue to venue are one of the most entertaining parts of the trip. Right, before I forget and move on to the Milan side of our trip, another awesome thing we did in Turin was go to a Juventus football game. What an atmosphere that was. It was so much fun. It was very, very different to your typical Premier League atmosphere. Much more friendly and a lot more passionate, I would say. So if you're ever in and around Turin for a golf holiday, as I've said, I've mentioned a few venues you could go and stay and play at. Definitely try and check out a Juventus game if you're a football fan. So on the Milan half our trip, we struck out 4 different golf courses. We stayed actually not in the city, we stayed in Borgogno Golf Resort, and the vlogs for that course are coming out on Mark's channel as we speak. I'm sure some of you will have seen them. Absolutely stunning resort, 2 championship golf courses, awesome hotel, the works, as you'd expect in Italy. As I said, food great, and the scenery, there's the Italian Alps in the background. What a place to stay and play golf.
Right.
Beautiful, isn't it?
What a picture it is, eh? What a peak.
Stand here looking for it, Ray, like this. You getting that?
Oh, look at you 2 bras. Under Armour bras. Ah. Ah.
Three other courses we played while we were based in and around Milan. We headed out from Borgogno to Castel Conturbia, which is about a 10 or 15 minute drive down the road from the Borgogno resort. I ended up looking a bit foolish when we arrived there, because when we were going there, I kind of missold the place to Mark and Lockey. I'd actually visited on a flyby visit. I'd been there for about 20 minutes, saw 2 or 3 holes. Bad weather, I was probably in a bad mood because I was pretty tired from all the travelling, and I basically told Mark and Lockey that it was pretty average, and got there and it's absolutely gorgeous. It's probably one of the best courses I've played in Italy. I'm fairly certain that course will be up next on Mark's channel, so definitely head over there if you want to see Castel Conturbia. I've popped the link to Mark's channel in the description in case any of you guys don't know where to find him. Also upcoming on Mark's channel is Des il Borromei. I'm probably saying that wrong. Like Biella, it's up in the mountains, pretty tight, but again, it's a friendly golf course, plenty of high handicap players, you know, such as myself. I don't play off 7 after all. We'll get along just fine there, and there are absolutely stunning views of the Italian lakes. Speaking of the Italian lakes, we're talking Garda, Como, places like that. Villa d'Este is the last course of our tour, and we were a bit gutted we didn't get to play more of it because it's absolutely stunning. The clubhouse in particular is what I would say was just quintessentially Italian. It's proper Italian experience, unbelievable food. You kind of have to drag yourself away from if you arrive there for lunch and heading out to the course in the afternoon. That's going to be the final vlog from our tour of Italy. As said, we flew into Turin, ended up leaving out of Milan. The north of Italy in particular, I've travelled around a fair bit. They were the courses that impressed me the most. So if you're ever thinking of anything a bit different from Portugal and Spain, certainly check out Italy. The price point might be a tad higher, but it is a completely different product, in my opinion, having been myself and had plenty of experience with the other two destinations too. I'm going to head out on the golf course now and see if I can put some of that practice into a practical situation, and then we're off to Spain. 18 courses in 5 days. Bit of a mental one, but we'll see you in Spain. Check out all the social media channels, Your Golf Travel, obviously Mark and Lockey's. Subscribe to our channel and like the video, and we'll see you guys soon.